Let me ask you something. How does a kid from Brooklyn with only $4,000 to his name when he loses both his parents at 18 go on to graduate from Harvard Law and then go on to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as one of music's most legendary producers? It's a story that spans 4 decades and countless chart-topping hits. Nightline anchor Cynthia McFadden brings us this exclusive look at the man behind the music. It's the Nightline Interview.
Listen to the soundtrack of Clive Davis's life. His first discovery, Janis Joplin. He recorded her Piece of My Heart in 1968. Released Santana's Evil Ways shortly thereafter.
I keep on falling.
He launched Alicia Keys with Fallin'. He nurtured and guided a slew of established artists along the way, Simon and Garfunkel, Barry Manilow. And he took others on the expressway to new fame, like Aretha Franklin. And then, of course, there's the singer he is most identified with. Whitney Houston, who he discovered when she was still a teenager. He introduced her on The Merv Griffin Show in 1983.
You either got it or you don't have it. She's got it.
She got it.
He's been proving he's got it for the last 50 years. We've spent hours with Davis over the past month trying to unlock the secret of what makes the man with the golden ears tick. Davis is looking for songs for a new Jennifer Hudson album, hearing this one for the first time. What do you think?
I think it's a real strong track. This is something that could be considered for Jennifer. These are all wonderful memories.
We went to his glamorous home.
This is a blast from the past.
And took a spin down memory lane.
Talk to me about Bob Dylan.
I said to him, this cut could be a single. Well, he was shocked. Can you get the phrase, lay, lady, lay, on the radio?
Lay, lady, lay.
And I said, I think you can.
Madman, drummers, bombers, and Indians in the summer with a teenage diplomat.
The boss, Bruce Springsteen. Now, was he a big star at this point?
Oh, no, he was a total unknown.
A kid from New Jersey.
A kid from New Jersey.
40 years later, Davis's advice to the future boss seems unimaginable. Give them more energy.
And I walked him from one side of the stage to the other just to point that out. Segue to 1974, hopping on tables, jumping, and I go backstage, and he said, Clive, did I move around enough for you tonight?
It's that kind of fatherly advice that's brought an endless parade of stars here to Davis's famed Hollywood bungalow, where we found him putting the finishing touches on this year's pre-Grammy party.
So we are in the Nerve Center. This is it, the famous Clive Davis bungalow on the grounds of the Beverly Hills Hotel. Whitney Houston, everybody's come through this living room.
Whitney, late at night in her pajamas, would come here on the couch. We'd sit there, we'd go over the material till 1 or 2 in the morning.
He picked this bungalow years ago for privacy, for his artists and himself.
Most importantly, I play my music very loud, and so there's no neighbors.
You're like a rowdy teenager.
I'm like a rowdy teenager.
These are beautiful stars that I have on my heart.
On this day, the rowdy teen is listening to brand new music from acclaimed songwriter Diane Warren. Warren's brought countless hits Clive's way.
I love the idea for this kind of song of a duet.
Mary J. and Jennifer?
Yeah. This, properly produced, could be very strong.
Can you imagine like that live at the Grammys? Clive will never let an artist pass on a hit song. People are scared of artists and they don't want to hurt their feelings. Clive's not. And then maybe they're mad at you at the beginning, and then when they sell 10 million records, they're not mad anymore.
This literally just came in.
His book is rich in stories. One of them, the painful details of what happened just a year ago when he got the phone call Whitney Houston was dead.
I was here in this bungalow, and that phone rang on that desk.
You have been called by many, including members of her family, her professional father. Did you feel in any way, oh my goodness, I should have recognized there was a problem even then when she was here?
After I saw her as a skeletal figure at the Michael Jackson Madison Square Garden concert, and so from my heart I wrote her a letter that it was time to deal with clearly a drug problem that she could no longer ignore.
What did she say in reply? Anything?
She did not reply. I do know that she got the letter. I do know when I brought the subject up to her personally, as you and I are sitting, probably, I think it was the year 2000, and Bobby Brown was actually in jail, and advised her, that she must get rehab treatment intensely. And she was not ready.
There were many who thought the young lawyer Clive Davis wasn't ready to take over the legendary Columbia Records when he was just 35.
It was a fluke, yeah.
It was a fluke.
The skepticism gave way to awe when the hits just kept on coming, along with the money.
You have made a lot of it. 1 year, $70 million. By anybody's standard, especially a poor kid growing up in Brooklyn, a lot of dough. How important was making the money to you?
I'm not driven by money. I found I'm a lucky guy.
When we return, Clive Davis reveals the very personal secret he's kept for 30 years.
I suspect in some ways this was the hardest one for you to write.